Hey YouTube, welcome back to Tool Story Bro. Picked up this TP-XXL on Marketplace for pretty cheap. I just did a video on cleaning it up. It actually came up pretty good. All this leather here was all cracked, and it's actually turned out quite well with the Chemical Guys leather protectant that I put. But I just thought these bags are really popular. Between the Tech Pac MC, the blackout that I'm running, a lot of guys are torn between these two just for an everyday run, everyday carry bag. So I thought I'd move all my stuff into this thing and see how it works. So I'll show you how I've loaded it out. So I've practically taken everything out of here and I've got it to fit in here. Now the one thing I do like about this bag is that you can fit a lot, and it's actually really quite well. I mean, the meter bags are probably the biggest seller point for most people. It is pretty big. Like if you compare it between that and the Tech Pac MC, they are quite similar in size. Obviously the MC will be a little bit slimmer in the form factor without having those meter bags, but side view, yeah, they're about same. I think the front on the XXL sits out probably a little bit more, where this is more streamlined and squared off. But let's get the bag here and I'll show you. So as per my previous video, I've got the Fluke, I'll turn that on, 376 FC sitting there, which is quite a long meter, one of the full-size clamp meters, and that fits in there perfect. So I've been running that at the front on the left-hand side with my meters. I'm not going to open that, it's just my meters in there. The field piece, PRH2, psychrometer, my Pica pen, and my Inksol, Milwaukee Inksol. Run the Vera multi-bit on the outside. I've done all, you would have seen this in my other video as well. Purely on the other side is my temp probe, my Fluke 52.2. That sits in there. Got my clamp me, my K-type clamp, thermoprobes, K-type thermocouples in there. Now inside, I actually run my uni light there, and that's where that usually sits, and that's how it usually sits, because this is all magnetic up here. There's a small thin plate. I mean, if you've got pretty good magnets, it will stick. And that when that closes up, it's pretty good. It's pretty good even when you zip them down, which I really like. Haven't really utilized the bags yet because I'm not sure if this is going to be my main run. Now, I have the OC 140, which is my temp probes. But as you can see from up top, yeah, I've got all my screws in there. So if I take my OC 140 out, if anyone's thinking about whether that OC 140 will fit, it does fit. It does take up a lot of real estate, mind you, but like I can take that, do my diagnostics on there, and I can put it back. But yeah, I'm just running my 4 slots for my screwdriver, scissors, and my shifters, my shifter or wrench, my Knipex water pump pliers, and my pliers wrench, the Weha pop up, my vessel, electric screwdriver, vessel ball screwdriver, and my Vera pass through, knock through screwdriver. went through it all in my previous video in the MC loadout video, so I'm not going to go too far into it. I did fit my FLIR temp gun in here. That can fit there. I just chucked that in there purely because I just wanted to fill that void. Obviously, if you get the blackout, you can they have slightly different panels, and you can actually change this. I actually have it did come with a 4-point tool panel. I'm not sure if we can see that. It's over there, hanging just over there, which actually sits here, but I wanted to keep this space. Oops, let me get that focus. I wanted to keep that space free. So, yeah, and like obviously, I'm just going to try to focus. Yeah, obviously there is a lot of spaces for a lot of stuff, and you can really push this thing out if you load this up, which you could see it could pretty much blow out quite forward. But it is a really good bag. I really like it. I can see the hype behind it and why a lot of people are favoring it. And when this bag got released with the meter bags, everyone was on it. And obviously, yeah, I got my Wear Tool Check Plus up here, which is just sitting on, you obviously got more loops up there, but I've just got this up here because I think it's a good place, because I can see it. I can pull it out if I need to run something. But yeah, I can see why a lot of people like it. But what I find, I've got a strap on this. This is just a standard strap that I pulled off another tool bag. But what I find is that this always falls back. And if I'm carrying this on the shoulder, I'm constantly trying to flip this back and it just naturally falls back. And I mean, that could just be the way that this is folded. A lot of people just use this to carry, but if you're not very tall, this ends up only being like a foot off the ground if you're walking with it. And at the moment, I've got this at 12 kilos. And it's quite heavy. It's a different weight hanging on your shoulder compared to hanging off your back. Now, I can't fit as much. I'm pretty crammed when I run all this in there, but I feel like this is a better bag to work out of, just because I've run this today for work and I felt like I've constantly readjusting it on my shoulder. When it's on the ground, if I've got to walk up into a building, through a lift, across floors, up and down stairs, this can eventually start really feeling that weight. Whereas with this one, I'm hands-free. I do like how my tablet can just sit back here. Just a 12-inch, I can just chuck that in and off I go. Whereas this one, I'm fiddling, I'm clipping this on, I'm zipping that up, making that. Then I'm standing up, throwing this on my shoulder, and then we go. Whereas this is a pick up and go. Now, I will probably eventually go back to the Tech Pac MC, just because I think that suits my work better. I can see why so many guys will run this bag, because you can fit a lot and it is very resourceful with the space it's got. Now, I am not in a bad position because I've actually got both bags, and I will actually change between the both of them. But if you're on the fence, really, if you can go into a store, into a shop, into a tool shop and try them out, you will get a better idea. Backpacks are, backpacks have got to suit your type of work. If you're constantly taking on and off your back every 5 minutes, it's just not going to make sense. You're going to have to run the tool pouch because it's just easier to throw it off your shoulder. If you're going to be trying to walk, doing city work, and you're trying to go from building to building, you're carrying a ladder, and you just want to keep your hands free, climbing up ladders even, backpacks are the way to go. even distributional weight across your back. This thing hanging off your back, you do it enough times in a row and it will eventually catch up with you. So let me know what you reckon. Let me know what other guys think about that. That's just my 2 cents. If you like this kind of video, or if you got any questions about it, feel free to comment below. If you like this type of content, like the video, give us a subscribe. I'm more than happy to follow up with any questions you might have. I've got a few more things that might come up that are coming up. So yeah, hope you like the video, and hope you have a great day.